Hey folks, AJaytheCEO here, and in this video I am super duper excited for some information that I can finally share with y'all. We are partnering up with PTZOptics, and we're going to be having some great things coming down the pipe, but they just sent us one of their PTZ cameras that probably y'all have used before, but hey, some people haven't. They're new to all this stuff. So I'm going to share with y'all the unboxing of this, the whole setup, hook it up to the A10 Mini Pro ISO, and let's see what we can do with this thing, including controls and everything. So let's go. Hey folks, AJaytheCEO here. This is your first time stopping by the channel. Thanks for stopping by. And on this channel, we focus on tips, training, strategies, reviews, and builds to help modernize your media ministry. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And if you like what we're doing here, consider becoming a patron or a YouTube member by clicking one of the links down below. Hey, I'm being so transparent. I mean, I try to do that with all my videos, but this is really humbling. This whole channel started from a way of just documenting the stuff I was teaching my media ministry so that they can always go back and watch it again. And we are like a stone's throw away from 40,000 subscribers. And thankful. Thank y'all so much. This has been humbling. I've been able to meet so many people from all over the world, which is exciting to say the least. But then also this has garnered some attention by some companies. And we got, y'all know me. If there's any company, if any company wants to be a part of what we're doing, they have to be able to express a way of how their product can help serve media ministries. And PTZOptics is a company that makes controls, cameras. I've installed a couple of them before in multiple projects, service other places, and they've reached out, and we're going to be doing some awesome things in the future. So stand by for some more stuff. But they sent me a PTZ camera that I've been really excited because I've been thinking about trying to do one. We did an ADA imaging one, and we've done some other ones. Another brand that Pastor Alicia got that we installed at Greater Works, but thankful we got this PTZOptics one that we're going to be playing around with. So let's go ahead and get my keyboard out the way. And we're going to open this thing up and let's see what it's all about, shall we? Alrighty. I'm really excited about this because we had DIY type of PTZ cameras at my church that we had to put together with a arm from Servo City and some Canon G20s, because at the time, I mean, these have been really, really expensive. And now when I look back on how much these PTZs cost, the DIY way actually costs more than these. So that just shows you how much the technology has changed. So let's see. I need to get some more space because my desk is getting really tiny with all the stuff on here to try and do this. So we got a awesome manual here. Obviously, this is the PTZOptics 20X 3G SDI. All right. Now, I do not have a remote right now, but PTZOptics has made a app to where you can use an Xbox controller to control this whole thing. So this is going to be cool. I'm going to walk you through all of that as well. All right, let's get this out of here. All right, they give you some batteries. Yay. Plug. Power brick. Now I'm also going to test, I believe this supports PoE as well. So we'll test that out. All right, we have a DB9 cable that goes to a RS-232. So if I had a remote, it can plug in. We have adapters. Yeah, we have adapters that will convert that to Ethernet. So if we needed a longer run, we'll do that. But this is going to be good because I'm actually going to take this to some of the games that we do with Formation Sports, so that I'm not tiring my arm out and I can just have a joystick in front of me. Especially if the Xbox works, maybe I can get my nephew to do that as well. But let me get out of here. All right. What else we got in here? We got the remote. I'm just opening this stuff up now so I don't have to do a whole lot of off-camera stuff. Alrighty. Got some silica. Don't eat that, kids. And we have the camera. All right. We got a little cap on here, and no matter which one you get, don't ever try and turn this stuff here. You can mess the motors up. Set it down by its base. Let's take this cap off here. And let's look here on the bottom. What do we got? So we have a line in, we have a CVBS, we have a LAN in, HDMI out, 3G SDI out. We have a little dip switch here that we can set settings. We have a RS 485 connection. We have a RS 232, which is what that adapter is that I just showed you is for. On off switch here. DC 12 volt power and USB 2.0. Now on the bottom, don't have anything. We have regular tripod mounting there and another little hook there, which I'm going to use on this tripod mount here for quick release. Screw that in place. And I guess for those who don't know what a PTZ is, that is pan, tilt, and zoom. So it can do all of the controls in here, and maybe I shouldn't have put this on because it actually has the markings here that I need to use for this dip switch. All right, so back here, it says 1080p 60, that's at 0. And what is this set at right now? It's already set at 0. All right, so we're in the max resolution, so I really didn't have to do anything anyway. So let's put this on here. Now, what I was saying earlier, PTZOptics actually has a plug-in to where you can control this directly in vMix as well as OBS. vMix does require a certain version of their software, but OBS is a free plug-in that you can just download and hook up, and that's it. Now, one of the things we're going to test with this is, first off, can we get power off of this, off of PoE? I have my unified 24-port PoE switch behind me, and we're just going to connect this to see if we get power first, and that's really easy to do. Got this cable here, so let's do that. I'm going to plug that up and then flip the power switch on. Cool, so that makes this easy. We're getting power over PoE. Now, this will give power, and it allows us to be connected to the network. Awesome. So what we're going to do now is I have an HDMI cable right here right now, and we're going to plug this up, and we're going to see, do we get an image off of here, just off of HDMI, which should be straightforward, and boom, there we go. If I cut over to it right now, you can see there's my hand right there. Really easy and straightforward there. Awesome. Now, we also have what I normally would use is something like this Blackmagic SDI to HDMI converter. This will go for long distances. So like, for example, at the football games, the goal for this is to set this up, especially when it's not a bad weather. Maybe we can find something to get it weatherized, but is to set this up on the top of the press box and normally run this at a longer distance, 50 feet, 100 feet, something like that, over SDI cable, then connect it to this converter, and then this converter will plug in to the HDMI. So what we're going to do, I have a short SDI cable around here, so let's go ahead and unplug the HDMI. We're going to plug this in here. I need to get some power for my converter. And I think I messed myself up because I am recording on the ISO. It records all of the inputs, and it doesn't play nice when you unplug one of the inputs that's recording while you're recording. So I had to stop that, and I'm going to stop this video again, get the cable, hook everything up, and then go from there. All right, so we have our little SDI cable that's been made, and my USB cable is not that long, so it's on the floor here. But we're going to hook this up to the in. And then we're going to connect it over to the SDI on here. And boom, there we go. We got our image again. So again, this is what I like. I like going SDI just because I've had way too many experiences where people have disconnected this thing while I'm in the middle of doing something. So let me go ahead and move this on this tripod that's right behind me so I can get back to my desk so I can have some more space so I can work. All righty, we are back, and let's go ahead and cut over to my desktop, and we are logged into my Unify controller, and I want to see what this switch is. I mean, not the switch, but we want to see what the camera is and try and figure out what's going on. So it looks like this is it, because the IP address and everything is not correct. It does not match here. So let's go ahead. I learned this from at Greater Works. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull up the menu using the remote to see if we can set this to DHCP and then see if we can get everything directly onto the camera and then be able to talk to it on the network. All right, let's switch over to the camera here, and let's see if we can get our menu working here. All righty, let's go to our setup. Let's see. Trying to find, can we set up the network over here? Because if not, what I'm going to have to do is hook my laptop up to it directly and see if we can make some changes. So it looks like I might have to do that because I do not see a menu option there. All right. So let me get my laptop over here, and we're just going to, how are we going to do this? Oh, wait a minute. I can do this on my computer. This should be fine. So what we're going to do is change the IP address on this system to 192.168.100 something, and we should be able to talk to that. All right. So let's switch back over here. And let's change. Let me bring up our network settings. If I can bring that up. There we go. And we're going to go here to properties, IP, and let's change it to 192.168.100, 22. And that should be good. Now, if we come over here, we're going to go to 192.168.100.88. There we go. All right. I'm assuming it's admin, and yes, it is. All right. So now what we're going to do is come in here and we're going to try and change our network mainly. So we're going to go to network, get rid of fixed IP, change it to dynamic, hit apply. IP or port has been changed. Please reboot. All right. So let's go to system and let's reboot. All right. So now I need to switch back to my stuff, back to my regular system. All right. I'm back on my regular stuff. And let's refresh, and we're going to see about a new IP address for a wired device. And boom, there it is. PTZOptics Camera. We're at 21. So now 192.168.0.21. Default still is admin. All right. And there we go. Now we're on the network. Yay. So if we go to live, this is live video. It looks like the plugin. I'm not going to download that. Yeah, I'm not going to use those for the live video, but let's see what other options we got as well. So we got video, NDI. Does this have NDI? Well, we'll see if it does. I don't believe this was an NDI one, but I don't know. First stream. Okay, we're getting our video settings here. Let's crank this to 60. Yeah, most of this you normally don't have to play around with. Frame rates are over 30. Okay, I guess it didn't like that. Okay. All right. So now let's go to image. Okay, this is where you can flip, mirror it, but you can do that in the remote. See, this is what I was trying to do when I was at Greater Works. All right, audio. See, we can have audio coming in. I'm not going to do that. But I guess now that I think about it, I'm thinking about this from a football game standpoint. Normally I use a Rode video mic, and I had it on top of my camcorder. So the idea is maybe I would have this mounted somewhere up under the tripod or something, and then have the Rode mic and have that going into it. Or I could just have the Rode mic just hanging out the window on a mini tripod right in front of me. I don't know. I still got to work that part out. But either way, if I did it, I can route the audio into the PTZ, just like I would with a regular camcorder. All right, we already went to system. This is where we would change the password and everything like that. I'm not going to do that right now because it's always going to be on a closed network. So at least for me, no one's going to have direct access to it. But if people have access to it, you might want to change that. All right, this is the port that we connected to for HTTP. This is what you're seeing right now. All right, it gives you all the other ports for controls and everything. If you're using Sony Visca, it gives you the port, SRT settings, the address if you're using Pelco, RTMP if you're doing a stream, so you can pull the stream from the camera. I don't know why it has that address on there, but oh well. Gives you a whole lot of other settings. All right. Network we already did. I mean, that's where we already were, excuse me. And then information. I guess this is where you can change the name and all this other fun stuff, and you get your settings. And then you can change your speed of your pan, tilt, and zoom and all that other cool stuff like that. All right. So I think that's enough. We went through all the settings, and that's really cool. The main thing is we got our IP address and it's on our network. All right. Now, PTZOptics also has a controller application that you can download. And I actually already have that on my computer because I was playing around with it. I'm just trying to figure some stuff out on a different project. And then, hey, the camera's here. So we have some heads up here. All right. So we cut back over here. Here is the app. We can turn on our preview screen there, but let's go ahead and set this up. So we're going to come to settings, multi-camera settings. This is where we're going to put in that IP address that we just did. We're at 21 and we're going to do OK. Now, if we click it, we should now be connected. So if we switch over to the camera, if I click the button over here, all right. So as you see, it is moving and I am clicking on the software here to move it. So if I hit home, boom, awesome. All right. So what else can we do with this? You can actually have up to 8 of them right there for quick access to go to all these other cameras if you had them. What else do we have? Additional input. We'll come back to that. Image preview map, live video. Let's see. There we go. So now we got live video of the camera that we're currently connected to. Let me shrink this down. So again, so we can do some motion here. Not really ideal, at least for me. I wouldn't want to do it. So we can zoom in and zoom out from here. We have autofocus is on. We can set preset locations with this. So like you say you had this, I'm using football, or you can use the same thing for church. You can have it on the pulpit, on the musicians, the band, the choir, the organ, whatever like that. And it can make it really simple that you can just press a button and it will jump to it. So like, for example, let's do set here. I'm going to move the camera to the back of my head so you can see all my lights and my setup of what I do here. And we're going to set this and say position 1. You can give it a name. Boom. And it actually shares a picture of what it is. Cool. All right. And then let's do another one. I don't want y'all to see my kitchen. Let's go over here and go down, and we'll zoom in on the Rodecaster, the Stream Deck, and the ATEM. Let's zoom in a little bit, and then we'll set this one at number 2. All right. So now we should just be able to click the image. Boom. In the course of that, or we hit preset number 2. Awesome. So we're right back to here. Very, very simple to do. All right. What else we got that we can do? We can go to, we're already in compact view. Let's go to advanced view. And that opens up some more stuff here, some more controls. So if I bring back up my screen that I had minimized here. Now, let's see, we'll hit this one to bring up the on-screen display. And there you go. And it looked like the picture got sharper when I did that too. So we can go here to the menu and guess so the controls here will move through the menu. Okay, that's cool. Let's turn that off. You can also flip the image if you were hanging this upside down, like I was trying to do at Greater Works, and then you can do a mirror of it. Either one. Awesome. Awesome. Let's see. What else do we have? Now, if we go to additional inputs, this is where you can hook up your Xbox controller. Now, I have a wireless one, so I need to plug the receiver in for this to work. I have a off-brand one as well too, but I mean, I'm sure it will work, but this is an official Xbox one. So let's go ahead and hook this up. All right. And then we're just going to hold down the button here to get it connected to the computer. All right. We're player number 1. So let's go ahead and close this out and then open it back up. And there, it picks up the controller. All right. So now, let's see, can we move this? And maybe I uncheck this. There we go. I think I have it upside down. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Up. And we're just moving this all with our joystick. All right. It's kind of cool. We got to probably play with the settings a little bit more. If we go over here to help, see, it gives you the controls here on what you can do to set everything. All right. So it says preset is press the A button. So let's see if we press A. Thought it would go back to the preset. Man, I have a lot to learn with this. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so you can use the D-pad to move left and right, up and down. Very cool. I was trying to use the analog stick. I would think that would be a lot easier. With this, I honestly would want to make the speed go a little bit faster. Because I'm just sitting here thinking that if I was in church or if I'm following a game or something like that, I would need to change the speed of the controls to make it move a lot faster, be able to keep up. But that is good that this is an option that you can use if you need to. I really wish I can get the presets. There it goes. Okay, that was preset number 2. Okay, and that's back to the preset. Okay, so if I just do Y, boom, there we go. And then we'll switch back. Okay, that's cool. I would use this if it was like presets. I think that would be easy. Ultimately, I'm looking at getting a joystick for this, but this is cool. All right, so we did all this. Now, let's go and check out the plugin with OBS. Now, just like how if you look at one of my previous videos to show you how to actually do the animated lower thirds over here, it actually follows the exact same thing. You register, and I have a link down below to PTZOptics website, so you can actually download this. I actually already downloaded them, and it gives you a bunch of apps here. And this is the one that I'm actually using, dockable OBS controllers. I've extracted it into the OBS bundle folder here, which is right here. And you go here to view docs, and then you go and add a custom doc, and boom, it points to that folder and the location. You have multiple files that you can pick, and maybe I shouldn't have closed it so fast. So if we come back over here and we're going to go inside this, you have a bunch of controller windows that you can use. You have small, and then you have medium, 2 mediums, and a large. So if I just open it right here, you see we get a control right here. And then you have other presets here. 9 buttons. The other one had 3. Then you have a large one that has all the controls in here. Then you have some other examples for broadcast, corporate, education, house of worship. So it already gave you an image, so you can set the preset to that. So let's go ahead and close all of these. But you just got to pick which one of those you want, and then you map that. I'm using the small right there for my dock, and let's turn it on. And there is my controls. Now, let me move my camera out of the way here. So now we have to come in here and set the settings so it knows where to send those controls. So we're going to come over here to preferences, and we're going to come down here to IP address, and we're going to add the IP address to our camera, which was 21. All right. You can also flip in all the images and stuff like that as well too. From there, we just do done, and that's it. Now, granted, I do not have everything being routed into this computer with OBS. That's why I wish I had my USB cable. We could try that. Maybe I should go get it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go get it. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook this up to my vMix system over here, and then I'm going to use a studio monitor so y'all can see what's going on. All right, so after my jumping through hoops and everything, as you can see the back of my head. But we are here on our PC, and now can we moving left to right, down, make sure we're connected right. It's 21. Oh, reload camera. Okay, it flipped me upside down. All right, so now, there we go. There are controls now, as you can see. You can zoom in and zoom out. Make it go out of focus. Maybe I shouldn't have did it there. But yeah, we moved it back to the home position. All right. So, I mean, the controls are here, and it's dockable, so you can move it anywhere inside of OBS if you wanted to. And yeah, so that's really, really cool. So all of this is being done over the ATEM, which is really, really cool. We did it over HDMI. And as you can see, you're seeing right now over HDMI that's going into my system that's being brought over NDI. Now, that reminds me, while we're here, let's see, does NDI, you know what? This camera is NDI. So I could have, after all this stuff I did, could we have just done this directly? I think we could. So let's go back here. We got the display up, and we got the controls here. Let's go back to video. And that's NDI. Set it at high. And then apply. Yeah, so it can be used. Please visit to learn how to activate this device. So let's turn away for a second, and let's turn it back on. I have to register. Interesting. Oh, I have to update the firmware to do it. And then also need to get a key. That's okay. That's interesting. So it has the ability to do that. That's cool. I will come back to that later. I don't want to do that right now because I don't want to do it on camera and all of a sudden mess something up and stuff like that. But this is really cool. So I'm really excited about what new things this is going to bring to the channel, as well as I'm definitely going to be taking this to our next home game on Friday for Prince George and testing that out. I need to get myself a joystick because even though this is cool, I need something to be a little bit more responsive than what I was experiencing just now. And I will probably dabble with it a little bit more. But that was the first look of unboxing and messing around with the PTZOptics 20X PTZ camera that seems to have NDI functionality built into it too, which is cool. Let me know down in the description, is there anything else that you want me to test out that you're looking for? I am planning on taking this to church and testing it out and retrofitting it into our setup just to see how it works. I can't do it this Sunday because first off, I don't have a joystick. Secondly, I'm playing this Sunday, so I wouldn't want to throw that up there for no one to know what in the world is going on with it. But be on the lookout for some more updates, playing around with this. I'm sure we're going to be installing some more of these. There is a link in the description if you're interested in getting one of these cameras. And like I said, thank you so much, PTZOptics. I'm looking forward to greater endeavors between us both, and we have some more upcoming news that I can't announce right now, but y'all will be the first to know. We may have some giveaway stuff going on, but just make sure you got that notifications on, and make sure you're subscribed so that way you don't miss out on these new things that are coming down the pipe that I'm really excited about to share with y'all. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of content, I appreciate a like, consider subscribing, and hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. I want to thank the patrons for making this video possible. Their names on the screen right now, and you too can become a patron for as little as $1 a month, or you can become a YouTube member by clicking one of the links down below. And no matter which way you pick, folks, you are helping us train media ministries all over the world. Thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ, and we will see you on the next video. Later.